group one, and welcome to the Ethereal Tarot channel. My name is Alexa, and welcome to you if you are new, and welcome back to those who are returning. I'm just now returning after a hiatus, a very long one at that. I think the last time I posted was in December of 2024. It's been a lot that's taken place since that time of my life. It is now September 2nd, 2025 for me. And the readings that you're about to see were not filmed in September, nor were they filmed in August. I think maybe group 3, I did record yours in August. But this reading is a combination of readings that I did over time when I had the time to try and get this video done. Now that I'm back, I would like to be more consistent, especially since I feel now my life is settled down just a bit. Quick update. I gone through a lot of changes these past couple of months, past 9 months. No children. Okay, 9 months is usually the time frame for a child to come about. Not for me. I'm just not looking for that either, so I'm thankful that that's not happened. But I did graduate in December from college. Woo woo. Okay, and then I got a job in January that was very difficult, and it really tried me in a lot of ways, and I had to grow and I had to learn. And then I was faced with some difficulties from all corners of life. I mean, health issues. I started to have relational issues, family issues, all the issues. And then things started to settle down. I got a new job that's very, very good for me at this time in my life. I moved, and it's been a great environment to move into, and things are looking up so far. So I'm thankful that although I did go through some tumultuous times at the beginning of this year, things are working out so far. So with that being said, I'm hoping that similarly things begin to look up for you. I hope that even if you are or have been going through challenging times, that it leads you to a greater sense of peace, understanding, joy, love, compassion, all things that bring you fulfillment, because at least that's been my testimony. Okay, so not gonna do too much chit-chatting. I hope you all are well. Update me in the comments below. I love the comments, I love the interaction, so I would love to hear from you. And leave it a like if you enjoyed this reading, and subscribe, of course, if you would like to see more of me and more of my readings. I will also have a link in the description just to see, if there is interest in doing a personal reading with me. So if you do have an interest in that, you can click that link. But I shall leave you here, and I'll see you in your readings. So see you soon. Bye. Hi group 1, and welcome to your reading on your next chapter. So we're going to go on and check into what that will look like for you, group 1. And let's just start with these animal cards to get a general sense of the energy of this next chapter for you. Okay, so can we look into the next chapter of group 1? The next chapter of group 1. Group 1, I feel like there's a level of a lot going on for you in this next chapter. And I think the most important things will require you to really be paying attention, because I feel as if there's multiple areas of your life that are getting a spark of inspiration, or there's like a new energy coming into your life in multiple areas. And I feel that it would be easy to miss certain opportunities or miss out on particular values or valuable things that you would really want in your life because there's so much going on around you. I want to be more clear when I say that, but let me get the cards first and then I'll explain what I'm feeling. For group 1, their next chapter, we'll get a bit more information. Group 1. Okay, yeah. I feel you're going to be a bit more busy, and with this 6th house energy, I feel it's important that you still maintain awareness of what's happening inside of you and not get so caught up with everything outside of you happening, because I keep getting this busyness with you, group 1, and I feel your health and your well-being are necessary in order to sustain the things that are going to be taking place. I want to get more detail about what those things will be, but I'm just getting an overall general sense of this energy. I feel there's going to be some powerful people who come into your life, and when I say powerful, I mean people who are hard to miss. I'm getting assertiveness, and this could even just be a part of you that's coming up within a level of assertiveness, of pursuit. I'm feeling a level of focus. I want to say focus on you. Perhaps you're coming into a position where there is a lot more eyes on you, or you have a lot more responsibility to uphold, or you have certain principles that you need to uphold within a new position. I feel there are eyes on you though, and I'm getting a level of you being inspiring to other people, or you having this ability to instill some level of hope within someone else. But I am getting 2 things: that you could be becoming more focused on what direction you want to head into and getting more serious about what needs to take place in order to have that happen in your life. Getting a better sense of direction, a clarity on your purpose. I'm feeling group 1. I'm getting a lot more energy too, like things are waking up. Maybe you're waking up, or there's a part of you that's waking up. It could be that assertiveness that's really coming through, that drive. Things are moving more quickly, I feel. I'm starting to talk faster. It's like needing to keep up with things, I feel, is going to be important for you in this next chapter. Beneath the 6th house, we have Virgo. These 2 cards are closely tied, the 6th house and Virgo. And what I mean by that is, in astrology, of course, the 6th house is a representative of daily work, routines, health, well-being, sometimes even illness, but that's usually because of a lack of healthy habits. I'm seeing that there could be a need to restructure your habits, restructure your routines to better support these new developments in your life, group 1. And I feel with that Virgo energy, it's like needing to make a list, needing to really be paying attention to the details of things, noticing when things are out of place, or noticing when you are feeling a bit out of whack, or becoming more cognizant of what changes within yourself or within your behavior when you're stressed or when things are hectic or chaotic, and how your environment is impacting your well-being. I'm seeing a lot of focus on calming the nervous system, implementing more habits that help you to become more aware of your well-being, of your internal system here. There's a lot. I didn't even show you the cards. I just jumped right into it. But yeah, we have the Cobra and the Gazelle. Yeah, it's kind of making me think like, I don't want to say you're being haunted, like you're being like, I don't know, that's very animalistic. I just think there are eyes on you. You could be desired in some way. And if this is not to do with someone else, I feel that you are becoming more aware of what you desire, and you're kind of setting your eyes on the prize. And that includes you changing things that you've been in the habit of doing in order to cultivate an ability to withhold or uphold what you want. I feel like I'm overcomplicating this, honestly. Essentially, you're just changing your behaviors, your habits, your routines in order to sustain the things that you want in life and to clear the path for you to really pursue the direction that you want to go into. But also, if this is not just in regard to your focus, your goals, and you wanting to become a better person, I feel this is also in regard to people being more drawn to you and really wanting to be an active participant in your life, and you needing to see how they are going to fit into your life and if you even want them in your life. Who knows? It's really up to you, group 1. But can we get a bit more detail here for group 1 about this next chapter? Group 1's next chapter. Can we get a bit more detail here for them? Group 1. Okay, we have the World. So yeah, definitely I'm getting this sense of accomplishment, of being able to move forward, of maybe leveling up in some way, taking a new position, like I said. Are you pursuing a direction that will help you get to a more stable position in life? Group 1. Let's see these cards. Yeah, a more stable position. I mean, look at the Nine of Pentacles. I feel you are definitely in a self-sustaining energy in this new chapter. It's really about feeling good within yourself. I feel a lot of self-focus, a lot of this energy feels really good. Hold on. There's a lot happening for you in this next chapter, okay? And I do see a relationship here, group 1. If I must say, if I'm being honest, I see you connecting with someone, or if this is not romantic, which, gonna be honest, kind of feel like it is, because we have the King of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be. I feel you could just be meeting people or a specific person who feels very familiar, or there's like a sense of comfort that you feel with them, an ability to be authentic within yourself. And I feel this relationship or this connection is going to reveal aspects of yourself that maybe you were unaware of, or even help you to break down any mindsets that trap you. I'm getting there's going to be a person who helps you to uncover self-limiting beliefs, and I also feel like they're going to provide a balm to any insecurities that you may have. I feel you're going from this energy of feeling a bit insecure or unsure of yourself, or maybe feeling trapped within a situation, to feeling a lot more liberated, a lot more free and stable, and also feeling like you have enough to give, like you have enough for yourself and you're ready to be open to others as well. There's like a sense of openness that you are developing in this new chapter, and I do feel like you're going to be pursued in some way, whether pursued for an opportunity, a financial opportunity, a career opportunity, or a romantic opportunity, or just you developing better relationships with your family as well with that Six of Cups, you developing a new sense of family. And I feel you could be breaking out of habits that have been instilled within you for a long time, even perhaps stemming from childhood. But definitely I feel there is a level of feeling sure of yourself because of what you've been able to accomplish, and feeling like you have something worth offering to other people. I'm seeing a lot of abundance as well, so I do feel like a financial opportunity will help you feel better. When doesn't it? When doesn't it? But I feel like it's going to provide you the resources to dress yourself up, or to treat yourself to nice things, or to finally change your wardrobe, or perhaps even find another place to live, or I think it just will open new doors for you. And not only will it open new doors for you in the material sense, I'm also feeling in the relational sense as well. You connecting with people who are able to provide you with what you want and also what you need. Not to say that that's anybody's responsibility, but I feel the relationship dynamic that you will be coming into in this new chapter will feel a lot more reciprocal. Yep. So, is there anything else? I'm reading something on my screen. Okay, is there anything else for group 1 in this new chapter? I feel there's a message, take care of yourself. And I feel like these new opportunities will help you to learn what that means for you, how you feel best taken care of, what you need to feel taken care of, what you need to feel seen and to feel heard. I feel there's a level of understanding your values as well, getting clear on what it is that you value. And I feel that will be more clear through your connection with other people. There definitely seems to be a character here who's going to be significant in this new chapter. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, although for some of you I definitely feel that. There could be a deepening of a relationship as well, but it could also be in your workforce or your work field, your career. I'm talking about workforce. Anyway, let's get some final messages. Okay, I want to keep these short today. Final messages for group 1 in regard to this new chapter for them. Final messages for group 1. Ooh. I'll get to that. But on the bottom, we have the High Priestess. I'm getting just a strong need to trust your gut here. Trust your feelings about things and situations. I feel with that Gazelle energy, you are very observant, very perceptive. I feel you've been through some things before that have helped you to really hone in on that discernment. And I feel discernment is very important at this time, because in the beginning I did say there's a lot happening in your world. There's a lot going on at the time, and I feel it could impact you internally, and it could put you on high alert, or it could develop this energy of hypervigilance, like overly aware of your environment, which could lead to you missing certain things, right? Contrary to popular belief. And that's not even what I'm trying to say. But essentially, if you're hypervigilance, to me, can lead to hyperfocus. And if you're hyperfocused on things, you miss the peripheral. You're missing the other things happening around you. And so with the High Priestess, I feel the message there is to stay perceptive, stay aware, but don't get sucked into this like hypervigilant energy of not being able to decipher between certain things, specifically with people or even just your own thoughts. Not getting too caught up in the mind, not getting too caught up in overanalyzing certain things or overthinking certain things, but just having a peaceful presence about you in the midst of everything taking place. Okay? I do feel a lot of inspiring energy as well. I feel you could be an inspiration, or someone could be inspiring you. Perhaps someone in your career or your workplace could be providing a level of inspiration. And I also feel like there's someone around you who could either put in a good word for you or who could provide you with some type of career advice. It could be a boss or an older male figure. Doesn't have to be, of course, but I'm seeing that. Your final message is here. Group 1. It goes back to trusting your gut, listening to your feelings, trusting your intuition, tuning into your emotions, not letting them just go in the background, but really honoring what you feel, taking time to care for yourself as well. The Queen of Cups to me is a card of self-care, of really tending to your own needs and understanding what those needs are. And I also feel as well that is incredibly necessary because there's a lot happening for you with the Eight of Wands. Make sure that you're staying up to date with everything going on. A lot of communication I'm feeling, a lot of action being taken, a lot of action taken towards you as well, but also a lot of things requiring your attention. And I feel it's necessary to keep up with it. Also check your emails. Make sure you're staying on top of your communication, especially with things that are important. And stay open to new opportunities, you know. I'm also feeling with this Three of Wands, there is a lot on the horizon for you. But it will require you to not get super stuck on how something will present to you, but just being open to, you know, the endless possibilities. Okay, hyperfocus could be a challenge in this time, or hypervigilance even, or just becoming so caught up in something. So yeah, with the Devil here, I would say don't get caught up. Don't get caught up. And when I say caught up, I'm even thinking about relationships, because I'm feeling you could have multiple opportunities to explore, you know, either your love life or just, it's raining outside. Anyway, I feel there's multiple opportunities for you to experience pleasure in this new chapter, especially because you are coming into a new level of wealth, of stability. I feel an indulgence that could also creep in, and I want to say with the Queen of Cups to be mindful of when you decide to indulge in certain things. Why is it that you choose to indulge in a certain vice, or why is it that you do the things that you do that may not be the healthiest for you? Why do you connect with someone in a way that is not beneficial to you in the long run, not only to you but also to the other person? And just getting more clear about what attachments you have to certain people or things that are preventing you from moving forward. Also, what behavior patterns are keeping you from being able to move forward, or it's keeping you trapped, whether mentally, behaviorally, or relationally. What needs to be broken down, or in what ways can you be liberated, I feel is a good thing to be aware of. Like, what areas of my life do I need to be liberated from? What thought patterns do I need to be liberated from? I'm feeling a sense of freedom in this new chapter and breaking free from things that inhibit your level of freedom. And that could involve you moving away from a certain connection so that you're able to be prepared for what's to come, because great things are on the horizon. Again, you are standing out as someone who is valuable and worthy, and I feel you're going to get a lot of attention, Group 1. So it's important that you don't stay tied to something that you know is not what you deserve, or it's not something that you know will be something that you want long term. So yeah, just being focused on what you want long term, staying committed to yourself first and foremost, Group 1, and trusting your feelings, trusting what's coming up for you and not ignoring that. Okay? So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, Group 1. There's a lot going on with you in this new chapter. It seems very fun. Of course, there's some things to work through, there's some challenges, but it seems more internal, also relational. But for the most part, you're on a good track, you're on the right path. Keep on moving forward, and I'm sending you the most luck in this new chapter. May God bless you in all your endeavors, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Until then, take it easy, Group 1. Get you some rest, and I will chat with you another time. Bye! 2, and welcome to your reading on your next chapter. So we're going to go on and jump into what that will look like for you. Group 2, okay, let's see. Group 2's next chapter, please. You know, I'm being transported into this beach scenery. It's like I'm hearing ocean waves crashing. I'm feeling the sand between my toes, okay? I'm feeling very calm. So that's interesting. Let's see what that means. Maybe it's just where I want to be, or maybe it has something to do with you in this new chapter. Let's see. Group 2's next chapter. Group 2. We have the bear and the nightingale. Interesting. You know, I'm hearing this song. It's like, get up, get up, get up. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up. Basically, I feel like that's coming up because, of course, we're talking about a new chapter. But it feels like you're kind of coming out of this slumber. Like you're like stretching out. It's like you're breaking out of this old identity, or something's like pushing you to be greater, or pushing you to step into this new role or this new sense of self. I feel there's a new version of you that's being highlighted, group 2. And I feel your new chapter is a lot about you primarily. And I'm not sure that it's focused on external things that are new for you, but I feel this is a very internal process, like a restructuring. You know, me thinking of that ocean scene is making me think of like a cleansing, or what is it, a detox. I'm even feeling like detoxifying yourself of the past, breaking free of the past, like stretching out of like old skin. I'm feeling, I don't know how to really explain it, but it seems like you're moving past something. It's like something's being washed away, you're being cleansed, you're being renewed, and you're better able to speak your truth, you're better able to express yourself, you're better able to step forward with more clarity about what you want from life, and also who you want around you. I feel there's a level of knowledge and wisdom being gained. I mean, I brought up beach vibes, and all these ocean animals are coming up. We have the turtle and the shark. So definitely, I'm feeling like you could be either in the process of leaving a toxic environment, or you have just moved out of a toxic environment and you're needing to cleanse yourself of that debris, I want to say. But for a lot of you, I feel like you're still in a transitory time. Like things are still transitioning, things are still ending, perhaps. Yeah, let me get more here for you, group 2. Can we get a bit more about group 2's next chapter? Yeah, I feel like you're in the middle of a transition. I say that with more certainty because of the Libra card coming out. And it's making me think of like being in the middle of course, the scales are balancing, things are balancing, I feel, in your life. More balance is coming. Of course, it's making me think of Temperance, the tarot card of things getting back to equilibrium. And I feel that's where that ocean vibe, maybe you need a vacation. Group 2. I really think you need a vacation. And I feel you having some time to yourself, if you're not able to take a vacation right now, you just being able to just settle down, even after your work, or even after some type of challenge that you've had to overcome, will really help you to get more clarity about your position in life. And this card always makes me think even the sun has its spots. So, a new level of confidence I feel will be coming through for you as well. You not focusing so much on your flaws, or you focusing so much on the things in your life that are not in alignment, or not where you want it to be, but coming into a new level of gratitude, not only for yourself, but for how far you've come, which includes yourself, of course. So, yeah, I think, again, this new chapter is about you getting more clear on how you can make your experience more enjoyable for yourself, and how sometimes your mindset or even your experiences of the past are impacting your present, or how it's blinding you from being able to see your way forward. Because it does seem like you're coming out of a dark period, or there's like you're overcoming some type of darkness. And it could have been a lot of conflict in your past, a lot of relational conflict, for sure. I'm feeling there could have been some discord in your environment, or you just feeling a lot of challenge with others. I feel like that's being soothed, and there's going to be more balance that comes about. I feel there's going to be reconciliations as well with others, or you just reconciling with your current position in life. I feel there's a need to just accept what is happening right now, Group 1. And it's so bizarre that this is coming up for your next chapter, because honestly, for you, Group 2, I'm feeling like the message is not to look forward right now, but to be here and to just accept where you're at right now, so that you have more clarity about where you even want to go. Because honestly, I'm just feeling you're kind of needing to just sit with everything that's happened, because it feels like there's already been a lot that's happened, Group 2. And take this time of transition between your past and your future, and see where you can integrate some things that have happened and how you can fully process it before you're able to accept what is to come. Yeah, you could honestly need to hibernate in Group 2, or you're coming out of a level of hibernation. I don't know. It just feels like you're in transition right now. And this next chapter could be all up. Oh my gosh, we have Justice on the bottom. That's another Libran energy. I mean, this card is associated with Libra, so definitely I feel like there are some things that need to be clarified before we move forward. But I was saying, it feels like in this time of transition, it's just a need to purify, to cleanse, maybe getting rid of old things. It could be like a need to clear your space, or to clear your mind. It just seems like clarity is something that's needed. That's why we have the sun, because the sun brings light to the darkness. And yeah, you could be like, in this next chapter, it could be a lot about bringing light to the dark. And perhaps this is associated with balancing pessimism with optimism, like a grounded optimism I'm feeling, and just feeling better about your current circumstances before you're really thrust into something entirely new. But let's get some cards, because I kind of feel like I'm talking in circles at this point. Can we get more information about next chapter for Group 2? More information about the next chapter for Group 2. Interesting. I don't know where that came from, but while I was shuffling, I heard like regret. I don't know. There could be maybe some rumination on the past about like certain regrets that you have, or feeling like certain things could have been done differently, or I don't know. Just that energy doesn't feel too good. I would say if you do fall into any thinking that tends towards the past or that pulls you back, really bring yourself back to the present of, we can't really think about what we wish we could have done. All we can do is do what we can now. And I feel for you in this next chapter, it's really, again, here's that transition energy. I feel you're definitely in the midst of a transition, in between two things. I feel like you're going from one environment to another one, or you're going from one job to another, or you're going from one thing to another. It's like in the middle, I feel, and trying to find a level of how am I going to find peace within this change. And I feel the peace can be found with collaboration with other people, or even getting help in some way, whether this is help with a certain project that you're undertaking, or help with some type of career change you're wanting to make. Maybe this is help from a trusted individual, or a professional in some kind. This can include like reaching out for psychological support. I mean, it sounds so like serious, but like therapy could be something that is really beneficial to you at this time, or some type of group support, some type of community, like outreach, even just connecting with other people. I feel with this Three of Pentacles is definitely something that would be beneficial for you. I'm getting a sense of community is needed for your group too. So in this new chapter, I feel you will be learning more about yourself and your needs in order to better integrate with a broader community. Because there could be a sense of loneliness, I feel, or feeling like you don't have the support that you wish you had. You could feel like you have to carry a burden or a load, or you could just be used to the energy of struggle. You could be going through a challenging time right now financially as well with that Five of Pentacles. But I am seeing that there is support out there. Maybe this is even suggesting finding new work, or you finding a position that provides you with more sustainability. But yeah, things can feel a bit tight. I feel like your schedule's tight, or that either your financial situation is tight. And I'm seeing that you could be cultivating some new skills. New skills in this new chapter that help you to be more marketable in the workforce in some kind of way. I feel this is encouraging you to develop new skills as well. There's a lot of focus on you, group 2. Just you developing a new sense of self that's not attached to your past. It's like clearing away the past so that you can develop a new sense of self. That's what this new chapter is about. To make it very simple, the TLDR is that you are cutting ties with the past and restructuring your life to be something that feels completely different than what you've known, especially if you've been used to certain negativity or being around negativity. I feel like that's being cleared away, or you're giving the opportunity to clear that away. But it really is up to you, group 2. This next chapter really feels like it's in your hands. And I feel like things will support the change that you make. So as long as you're making beneficial changes, as long as you're putting in the work, things will happen for you. But it does seem like you have to overcome some part of yourself in order to make things happen. Yeah, can we get more on this next chapter for group 2? Group 2, this next chapter. We have the Tower on the bottom. Yeah, I felt like either you've come out of a dark period of time, or you're going through a lot of significant change right now that feels like it's putting you in like a place where you need to find your balance or need to find your center. I feel like this next chapter will help you to find your center. It brings me back to that ocean imagery I had in the beginning. It's like the calm after the storm, or the calm before the storm. Now, I don't know where you're at. You could be in a place where it's right before the storm. You could be in the storm, or you could be coming out of the storm. Group 2. I feel for a lot of you, you'll be in different places, but I feel the challenges that you've been facing, or you will be facing, will really be pushing you more inward, like more towards yourself. And it's going to provide you with more clarity about what changes you may need to make to better support yourself. Especially if there's been a focus on other people, or if you've been too focused on relationships, or too focused on trying to make things work, or too focused on factors outside of self-sustainability. I do feel like you're going to get a wake-up call. And that's not to be afraid of. I feel the wake-up call is necessary in order to bring about the best blessings in life. So yeah, you're going to definitely be provided with a wake-up call that's going to put something to rest. Something's going to end. In order for you to close out a chapter of your life, I feel like this new chapter is one that wraps up certain loose ends that you've had, group 2. And yeah, it's so interesting. I feel like this next chapter is a lot about an ending more so than a new beginning. So things could be ending in this next chapter in order to bring you more closer to things that are in alignment with you. And I feel like your work or your financial situation is really highlighted, group 2, and it could be really pushing you to get a better understanding of what you want to do. Like, what is it that you want to do? And are your behaviors supporting what it is that you want to do with your life? What is your purpose? That's such like I said that so confrontationally. I did not mean to. I think it's just like that's the energy. It's like this awareness of time. Like, what am I doing with my time? And maybe feeling like you could be running out of time, which I don't think you are. Do you hear the thunder? Do you hear the thunder? Yeah, I just feel like there's a push in this next chapter to really become aware of who you want to be and how your behaviors might need to change to support who that is. So yeah, it feels very reflective in this next chapter. It feels like you're going to need a lot of time to yourself to reflect and to meditate. It seems like it would be beneficial to set time aside with no distractions to really just sit with what's going on in your life, so that you're better able to understand what it is that you want and what needs to happen to bring forth those things. And I'm not saying it will be easy. With this strength card, it really feels like it will require a lot of courage to face certain aspects of yourself that may have been in the dark. It may take courage to detach from your past. It may even take courage to not want to always, with this lion here, to always like strike, because I feel there's a need to temper yourself, to temper your emotions, to temper maybe anger that you carry associated with past situations, because it could be impeding on your ability to move forward. And it's also encouraging you to redirect any negative emotions that you feel into your vision. Like, how can you redirect your energy into something that will provide you with more sustainability? Group 2. So yeah, very fascinating. Your reading is group 2. Things are about to get interesting. definitely. Stay focused on you. Focus on what you want to build for yourself. And um, cut out anything that's not aligned with what you want or who you want to be. I want to say, get clear on what success means to you and what it looks like to you. And pursue those goals, okay? Develop goals. Maybe it's time to go back to the drawing board, group 2. But, yeah, I feel like I should leave it here. Very fascinating. Big things for you happening. I feel like a turning. Whoa. That storm is crazy. But I feel like a turn of events is about to happen in your life. And yeah, I think things are going to be shocking you. It's crazy how that storm just came out of nowhere. And we have the tower on the bottom. I kind of feel like it's related. But who knows? All I have to say is be ready for things to change in your life. And just go with it. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave you, group 2. Wishing you the best in this next chapter, although it feels like an ending is near. I feel like with the ending, a new beginning will also be occurring at the same time. Make space, clear out your physical space. It feels like you could benefit from cleansing your area, maybe going on a detox even. Of course, be health conscious with anything that you're doing, but yeah, wishing you the best, group 2. Wishing you the best. I know you're facing some challenges right now. I see it in the cards. But just know that you got it. Know that you're supported. And do what you can, okay? Don't get caught up in the things that's going on. Just see it and be ready to be adaptable, be flexible, be changeable, you know? Let that pass. Go. Okay, easier said than done. But let me just stop talking. And I will chat with you in another reading, group 2. Again, wishing you the best. Stay safe out here. And take care of yourself, okay? Until the next one, bye-bye. Hi, group 3, and welcome to your reading on your next chapter. So we're going to go ahead and look at your next chapter to see what's going on. I'm going to use these animal spirit cards to just get a understanding of the theme of this next chapter. So let's see, group 3. What is going on for group 3 in their next chapter? Group 3, we have one card coming out. It's the raccoon. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that too well. The raccoon. Group 3, their next chapter. The spider. Working behind the scenes. I'm getting this desire or this newfound desire to work strategically towards a goal that may be coming to light for you. Group 3, I'm getting this desire to expand beyond your current predicament. Yeah, I definitely feel like something's in the works. I feel like you aren't really wanting to tell everyone about what you have going on, group 3. It seems like it's new to you, or it's something of value to you, but I don't know, I do want to say that it's new. I want to say that it's a new project or a new career motivation or some type of work that you'll be doing, whether on yourself, for yourself, or in regard to your career. But I do see that there could be, in this new chapter, some new fears associated with these new endeavors or these new ventures that you'll be taking on, because it does seem like you're working on something in the background. You're not letting everyone know about it, yet you are being strategic. You are perhaps expanding your network, expanding your social contacts, but it feels like there's a mission in mind. Like it feels like this next chapter is about getting yourself on a track towards fulfilling some type of goal. We're going to get a bit more detailed with the tarot in a minute, but I'm definitely getting some vibes about it's like a new hunger, like a new passion, a new desire that's being built up, but also some fears associated with this desire. I'm getting like, can I really do this? Is this possible? I'm even picturing some type of like a making up of obstacles, like, oh, I can't do that because if I do that, then this will happen. Or I don't know, it's like hypothetical situations that are unlikely to happen. And I say that because we have the shark. And the shark can represent fears that are a bit I don't want to say unrealistic, but yeah, what's the likelihood that a shark will get you on land? You know, it's not super realistic. So I do feel like you may be battling in this new chapter some irrational fears that you didn't know you had. It could be a challenge to your level of self-worth, like how much you feel you deserve these new opportunities that are coming your way, especially if they allow you to expand outside of your comfort zone or expand outside of where you've been or outside of a role that you've been playing, or it elevates your sense of purpose or it leads you to a place that you've been wanting to go. I also feel there is a fear that others are out to get you or that others have hidden motives towards you or maybe even jealousy or they want something you have. But I'm getting that these are more fears than something that's going to be taking place in your external world. Like it's like imagined fears I'm getting. But I don't want to focus on that energy too much because I do feel that you have something prosperous in the making, or there is prosperity that is going to be unlocking for you in this new chapter, but it feels like it's a byproduct of the work that you do or whatever you've been working towards or whatever plan you've been developing for yourself. I do feel like I need to get one more card from this deck before we move on because yeah, it just feels like working in silence, like behind the scenes, maybe taking a step back, getting more serious about yourself, clarifying your goals, clarifying where your energy's been going. I'm getting a seriousness that's unlocking. I don't know why that's the word, but it's like being more intentional, being more focused about what you're doing in your everyday life or what you've been doing over the past few months or so, or what needs to change in order for you to make that leap that you want to make or to make that new milestone you've been wanting to make. I'm getting like a desire to check boxes and you needing to utilize a skill set that you have because group 3, you feel, or I'm feeling like you're very skilled, like you have a skill that's on demand in some way that you could be downplaying or you could be undervaluing even. I feel like you may need to go up on that price, group 3, or negotiate something for yourself. But I do feel there could be a shyness around that with that raccoon. It's like you don't see how valuable your skills are, or you may be looking around you feeling like there's other people who could do better or whatever. You know, this new chapter I feel is a lot about strengthening your self-worth, honoring your skills, and being more confident in expressing how you can add value to a team or add value to whatever it is that you're working on. You could be going through interviews for some things, or you could be expanding into new circles that give you the chance to talk about yourself in new ways. I'm just feeling like you are stepping into a chapter where you're going to be presented opportunities to show yourself in new ways, and it's up to you to really like take on those opportunities and make them into something worthwhile. But let's see, group 3. What does this next chapter have in store for group 3? Group 3's next chapter. Group 3's next chapter. Yeah, I feel like you are taking on new challenges. You may feel a bit tested or tried. You could be enrolling in some type of education, or you could be taking an exam or a test or some type of development program you may be joining, some type of skill acquisition you may be doing, group 3. It feels like you're building something, like you're in a building phase, building something tangible, something that's going to bring you value that you can see in your material world. It feels like you're trying to take hold of your emotions more maturely, or you're developing a greater sense of emotional stability to support you in gaining financial security in some way. I do feel that you are wanting more financial security, group 3. That seems to be something that you are focused on. And if not financial, I just feel more stability in your life, something that you can rely on that's outside of another person or outside of something else. It feels like you're wanting to be more self-sufficient, but at the same time, you could be overwhelmed by the thought of that, or overwhelmed by how much would be on you if you were to fully embrace these new opportunities to step into a new form of independence. Because it feels very independent. I was saying working in silence, developing a plan, and although you could be talking to those in your circle about what you're wanting to do, I do still feel this pressure to perform, or this pressure that you place on yourself to be self-sufficient in this desire. So, you know what? I want to move into the tarot before I go on a tangent, okay? But it does feel like a lot of self-development. So this new chapter feels a lot about you developing a stronger sense of self, developing a stronger understanding of who you're wanting to become, of what path you want to take in life, getting more clarity on what decisions need to be made, how you can change your daily habits in some ways, or what step-by-step plan needs to be executed or implemented. Because it does seem like you may have to climb up some type of ladder, or there's like steps to the process, or you may have to break down the process that you are undergoing. I don't know, I'm thinking of it like school, like you have semesters, so you're not, taking all those courses at one time. It's like broken up into units or increments. Yeah, that could be a suggestion, is to break things down a bit more so that they're more easily digestible. I hope that's making sense, okay, group 3? Let's get into this tarot, okay? Let's see. What is this new chapter about for group 3? What is this new chapter about for group 3? What's going on in this new chapter? For this next chapter for group 3. Group 3. Their next chapter. Yeah, I do feel this self-focus, I want to say, and this feeling like I have to do it, like I need to do what I need to do to get to where I want to be. This determination, this courageousness that I feel you will be coming into. I do feel, especially with that raccoon that came out earlier, like you're coming out of energy that keeps you like maybe a bit self-conscious, or not wanting to bring too much attention to yourself, or not believing in yourself. I do feel like you're breaking out of that and learning how to really honor what it is that you have to offer, and gaining that courage and that confidence within self to really stand up for what you want, because I want to say you will be encountering some new challenges, especially if you are wanting to level up essentially. I feel like you're given the tools to do so, but right now you just really need to apply discipline and focus. Group 3, that's what I see in this next chapter for you, is really learning how to stay committed to something that you put your mind to, and not letting external factors keep you from what it is that you really want. And not allowing your emotions to overwhelm you, or the feelings of overwhelm keep you from doing what you know you need to do in order to get to the next phase or the next level that you're trying to reach in your life. Okay, and I do feel like a perspective shift will take place in this new chapter, or it's needed, or you having to look at things differently, maybe not taking certain things personally. Even if it feels personal, I feel, since there is a focus on developing emotional stability or strengthening your emotions, strengthening your ability to handle emotions, I feel like there's a need to look at things differently in order to honor that sacred space within you, so that you're not easily shaken up by things. It's a lot about self-control, I feel, group 3, and a lot about not allowing yourself to succumb to a fragile ego or ego battles. Choosing your battles wisely, I feel, is important in this next chapter. Not to say that everyone's going to be trying to come for you, but it could be as simple as, your plan's not working out exactly the way you want, but another door is opening right around the corner. You just need to be patient for it. Or it could be, you need to call someone to fix some type of documentation issue. It could be anything. Just not getting overwhelmed to the point where you can't handle things is what I'm seeing. Learning how to handle things in this new chapter, or this next chapter, is really important. Learning how to handle new challenges, and learning that you have all that you need in order to take care of things. Trusting in yourself to be that adult that you needed when you were younger. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. Like you're showing up for yourself in ways that maybe you haven't had others do for you. Group 3 in this next chapter. But let's see, what else? What else can group 3 expect in this next chapter here? Group 3's next chapter. I still feel like there's a lot of adventure to be had, a lot of new experiences to be had. I do feel a lot of communication will be coming to you. Check your emails, keep lines of communication open, because I feel there's a lot of information coming to you. I feel that you'll need to also remain flexible and allow yourself to adjust and adapt to changes around you. Don't get so fixed on a certain idea or fixed on some type of plan. Be open to changes, I feel, in this next chapter, because I do see a lot of changes occurring for you. I am seeing also to perhaps be mindful of your spending, group 3. A budget is always a good idea. I feel I'm only saying that because we have the 2 of Pentacles, so managing your finances will be really important, especially if you are taking on a second job, or you're taking on a new venture, a new project, or you could even be transitioning jobs or changing location. I feel like changes are happening for you, and it's time to be open to adjustments. I'm also seeing a new level of support coming to you, so this could mean new connections coming into your life. That could look like new friendships, new colleagues, new associates, new love interest. It could be love, but I'm seeing more so emotional fulfillment coming to you. You could be gaining a new level of love for your work or love for your life. I'm just feeling like an openness to life as well. Group 3. I don't really feel a super romantic energy for you in this next chapter. Not to say that it can't happen. Some of you could already be in relationships. Others of you definitely. I don't know. I just don't feel like relationships romantically are a focus right now for you. I think it's more so finding joy in your everyday life and finding joy in the work that you do and making sure that you feel aligned with what you're doing in your everyday life. I do feel like finding purpose in your work or in your daily activities is of most importance right now, group 3. So I do feel that's where your focus is, and it also feels like you're very busy. So I'm not quite sure if you're really having time for exploring your options or doing whatever you want to do. I don't know. But I do know that you will be communicating a lot in this next chapter, or at least needing to learn how to communicate in new ways, how to negotiate. I feel negotiation seems to be important in this next chapter because it seems like you are marketable in some way, or you're making something marketable, and learning how to communicate your marketability. Sounds so capitalistic, but that's the world we live in, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you, group 3. You know, I'm feeling a bit energized. It could just be me, but I was tired before I did this, so I don't know if that's me really. So this could be an energizing time where a lot's happening very quickly, a lot of change. I am seeing a lot of change for you, and I would suggest that you accept the change because I do feel like it's leading you to the upgrades in life that you're wanting. So yeah, let's see, any advice for you? I also feel like it would be good to talk to a trusted individual about any of the challenges that you may be facing. I do feel like they could give you a good perspective and help you to feel like you're not alone in the process. Because again, there is a lot of self-focus, and that could lead to feeling as if the burden is all on you. But I feel there are people around you who are willing to support you. There could be a significant female figure in your life who is very supportive, who could give you that reassurance that you need. Doesn't have to be a woman per se, but I do feel like a nurturing energy, or someone who, if not nurturing, is able to communicate the truth and just tell it how it is, and is able to provide that perspective that maybe you didn't have. Okay, let's get some advice or final messages, because we're reaching the end of the video. Final messages for group 3. Final messages for group 3, please. Final messages. Oh. We have the Tower and the 5 of Cups. I do feel like in order to experience these changes, you may have to grieve the present as you know it, because significant changes are bound to happen for you in order to bring about these changes. I do feel like your work is very important, or something about your work could be changing. The way you work could be changing, or what you do for work could be changing. But I feel there's a big emphasis on not focusing on disappointment, or ruminating on disappointment, or allowing past disappointments plague your idea of what's possible or what's coming to you. Because I do feel there could be a little pessimism based off of your past, group 3, but your past doesn't have to be your present, nor does it have to be your future. So definitely there's a message, like there's a 2-parter that I feel for that. I do feel like you're moving away from things, perhaps even relationships, in order to accept these new opportunities in regard to your work. This could mean moving away with that 5 of Cups, or moving away from people, whether that's literally physically you're moving away from them or metaphorically you're like emotionally distancing yourself from situations. Um, and this can also be representing disappointments that you've already experienced that are like maybe bothering you. It could be a past breakup or other relational issues you've dealt with. I feel like there's an undercurrent of emotional grief that you may not be fully recognizing that could be fueling your desire to work. But I am seeing that it would be good to honor your emotions and maybe take some extra time to care for yourself, Group 3, in ways that feel best supportive to you. Anything else for Group 3? Final messages for Group 3. Final messages, Group 3. All right, we'll leave it there. Aw, we go from the 5 of Cups in the Tower, which is quite chaotic and upsetting, to the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. 4 of Wands and the 10 of Cups is like being at home and having a good meal and having all the people that you love around you and just laughing and smiling and playing games and just having a good time. It's like a nice warm hug I'm feeling. So I feel like you're transitioning. You're in a transition from maybe some darker days, some darker times, into more stability that feels supportive and comforting. I do feel like you will be transitioning out of an environment into a better environment, Group 3. And I feel like you're getting a better understanding of what you need in order to be productive or in order to feel more satisfied or content with your life. I'm seeing a vision that you may be having about your life, or you could be expanding your vision of your life, and that's helping you to move forward, and that's helping you to show up for yourself to reach that goal or to reach that vision. But I am also seeing that there is encouragement to connect with those people that you love, spend time with those who matter to you. I'm getting a homecoming, so maybe visit someone that you love, or make time for family or connections, or whatever you have that really feels supportive to you in order to refill that reservoir that you have within, okay? I don't know how to say it, but essentially just surround yourself with love so that you have the fuel to keep going, okay, Group 3? So, yeah, that's where I feel I'm meant to leave it. Let me know how that resonated for you, Group 3, okay? I'm curious. So let me know. Wishing you the best with this. Show your stuff, strut your stuff, put yourself out there, trust in what you have to offer to the world, and believe that it's valuable, because it is. I see it in the cards, okay? So, best of luck. May God bless your endeavors, and take it easy, okay? Get some rest. Much love to you, and until the next time, take it easy.